go full throttle. That's full throttle. It's gonna build up power, and then go. That's why I think that this car has a throttle position sensor, accelerator position sensor problem. Here comes a stop, and I will go ahead and demonstrate the same thing. That was full throttle. So now what we'll go ahead and do to correct this problem is just pull over really quick. We will turn the key off.
When we started linking up with one of the actors.
Put it in park.
You played a clip.
Start it back up. Sorry about that. And here it goes. Now this is what normal half throttle feels like. But now if I mash it all the way, it's gonna go into check engine, all that stuff. And then it's gonna go into the mode. Like that. And in order to correct this, again, this time put it in park, turn it off, and we'll go back in. And the check engine light will go off a little bit later, but as you probably can hear, it's perfectly strong. So that's why I think it's the pedal position sensor that is causing that problem. All right, YouTube, we are going to be changing the pedal position sensor, and it's because of that video I just showed you guys earlier. When I go full throttle, this car will go into limp mode. So there's a sensor on the pedal, and then there's this. That one sends, this one receives, and then in response, it moves the throttle cable. I'm banking it's this one just because it has more moving parts. I can send signal from that one at a slower rate and get into the throttle fully, but I can't seem to give it full throttle all at once or also drop into limp mode. That's what's giving me this. I think the signal's coming through perfectly fine on that side. It's just this one might just be because, you know, quick response, might lose out, whatever it is. But we'll tackle this one first. If this doesn't fix it, we'll change the pedal out. If that doesn't change it, then we're gonna go into the mass airflow sensor. If that doesn't change it, we're gonna go into codes. I really don't wanna go into codes. So let's see. Well, this is held together with 13mm bolts, 3 on each side. And under that is this unit here, which is right here. 2 10mm bolts, one which I already took off, because I thought maybe this would wiggle out, but there's a stem there, so it's blocking it. And those 13mm are held together right there. See that one, that bolt right there? There's 2 more on the inside lip of the wheel. And let's see how it goes. And hopefully this will fix it. Okay, well, that took longer than expected. It took me about 30 minutes to take off the sway bar, mainly because whoever put this on probably ages ago, probably when the car was new. The bolts were basically just stuck on there, but I can't get the whole sway bar out because there's brake lines running here from the brake booster. But this is the unit that we're gonna change. Now all it has is a couple of 10s in the back, has a little clamp that holds it in there as well. And you just wanna make sure there's like a little bit of slack in here. You don't want it to be too tight or too loose. It'll give you bad throttle response, and it'll probably throw a code too. I can't verify that, but first thing you want to do is go ahead and take off this little clip here. First thing you want to do is make sure that your car is not on. We're going to pop that clip off, and you take out those 2 bolts, and I'll show you guys that in a second. Okay, so that was a pain. I actually ended up losing this little piece here. So this is just like a little bumper plate that just holds this spring in. I think it's like a safety return. I was wrong. The throttle cable actually goes straight down into the pedal assembly. This sensor sends a signal to the computer. This is the old one. And I got a OEM Mercedes part here. Parts will be listed in the description below. But I was confused about putting this thing back on because I was like, man, it's supposed to pull this like so. Why would there be so much lag? And then I traced it back down there, and dummy me, it's the throttle. It's the throttle body, but it's relatively easy. It's just 2 screws, a spring, a holder, and the actual plate fits into the actual mechanism. There, this stuff doesn't need to come off or anything like that. You should have the same kind of lag because it's the same exact part. The other thing is what we're gonna do next is we're gonna plug this in here. It's plugged in nice and snug there. And we are going to, everything's falling all over the place because, you know, me, and I did that wrong. So bear with me while I put you guys down for a quick second. So what you want to do is you want to get this whole assembly back in its spot, which is right over here. Oh, come on, buddy. Come on. This isn't time for bloopers, man. But anyways, I have to hold this up here. Sorry for the camera angles, guys. I am new to YouTube. I am not going to spend $500 on a GoPro right now. So, okay. So, that goes there. This holds up there. This wire right here plugs into that port like so. You should hear a little firm little click. This is my light. Turn this thing off. I like Craftsman tools, guys, if you guys don't know. There's something wrong with the fuse box too, which I will get into in another video. I think that's what's causing our wipers not to flush fluid. But anyways, without further ado, let me get my socket wrench set off of here. Put that over here. Need a bigger box. Oh yeah, by the way, this spring's, we're gonna get this thing lowered soon. So I don't have a lot of working space, guys. So, but let's go ahead and don't ask about that. I needed that. I need to fish out a washer. And yeah, let's see how this thing will start up. I think it'll be just fine, but let's see. Do I have a key with me here? I don't think I have a key. After trying to hunt down the key, all you want to do is put your car into on mode. Don't want to start it. What you should hear is the fuel pump, which is going. And you should hear in about 2 minutes this thing relearn the throttle. So let's see if I can hold you guys here and do that. Should be a couple of clicks. Yep, it's going through a couple clicks. I think that was it. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up and put this back together, and then I will do go ahead and drive this around and show you guys what the difference was really quick. Okay, this should take, oh, I don't know, another half hour. All right, guys, it is back together. Wish me luck. I dropped a freaking wrench back there, you know that? That's gonna be a pain. But anyways, dropped a wrench back there. Everything else is done. It's buttoned up. Everything looks good. Looks sturdy. Nothing's out of place. Let's close this hood and I will make a video of how it drives in just a second. Gotta wash these palms. In the last video, you remember it not having any power whatsoever when I kicked it? Watch this. Full power with just that. This is ridiculous. I'm still learning the throttle position. I can tell it's not kicking off as fast as I want it to. But it's still, I mean, it is great. I'm gonna put it in drive and do the same thing so that, you know, it's not biased. Because I think last time I had it in drive. Sorry for all the camera stuff, guys. Full throttle, no error lights, nothing. And what did that cost me? About 2.5 hours of my time, maybe 3, and $175. You can do this. You can do this every time that there's something small wrong with your car and it's not detrimental. Try doing it yourself. You'd be surprised. I was quoted over $800 to do this for a $175 part. Hey YouTube, now this car mechanically somewhat sorted. A little bit of oil burning in there, which I'll get into a little bit later down the line. But the next video will be on the before and after of the H&R springs that we just bought. That will go on in this video. Now this car does not have that limp mode problem, which I will tag with the codes and all that kind of stuff as well. One thing I do gotta say is it is amazingly easy how you can diagnose this problem yourself. Diagnose and fix this problem yourself. It doesn't even take that much know-how. It really doesn't. So now the brake light issue when I bought it, fixed. Throttle limp mode problem, fixed. There's a little bit of a oil burn, I guess, not even like a leak, but a burn. Need to figure out where that's coming from. And we're gonna be changing out the cabin air filter and ordering, after the loading springs, ordering a intake system, which we will look into as well. Wheels will be coming after the drop, get the windows tinted, things like that. We'll tackle a few other things on the coming segments, but stay tuned. I hope you guys liked the video. My wife said I sounded really robotic before this, so hopefully I'm coming across a little bit better as I'm getting a little bit easier on having a camera on me and putting it online. This car will be a track car for a May 8th, not a July now, a May 8th track day.